Good morning, traders, and welcome to Daily Call. Today, Tuesday, the 3rd of April. Before we get started, as always, please understand that any advice in today's session is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration. Okay, let's have a look at what's happened yesterday, and the solitary piece of data was from the US. We saw the manufacturing numbers come in at 59.3, under the forecast of 60.1. On a quiet day, has still been an Easter Monday. Pretty much that was all that we had yesterday, so let's have a look at our chart of the day. Incidentally, today there was no setups ready to go, so what I've done is I'm looking back at a chart that we had a look at last week. It was the Aussie New Zealand on a daily time frame, and it was a T-chaser setup. And if you recall this chart at the time, I mentioned that this was the candle that was triggering into the trade. So the way that you would trade this based on a T-chaser is that you would have entered the trade right there in this direction, with your original stop being placed over there. Then basically as the trade started to develop, it pulled back and then started to go down again. We got a new fractal over here, so we got an opportunity to move our stop along as the trade develops. Now what I wanted to show you was just there's been a few more candles since that's happened, so let me show you right now what I'm looking at, and you can see how this strategy basically starts to play out. So if I move along to today's chart, again we can see that the entry was, well, I've actually marked out a different one, but this was the entry there. The original stop was over there. We then were able to move it along here, and we then a couple of days ago got another opportunity to move it along there. Now I've also highlighted another entry. Sometimes you get double entries into this strategy, and it's up to yourself if you want to double up into the trade, or whether you take the first one or the second one, or do you just take the one when you actually see the trade. Because if you actually look, there is another one. This candle and this candle are also meeting the CCI requirements. They also would be valid entries. If you don't know what this strategy is about, it's in the CSC trading portal. It's strategy number 1, I believe, in the portal. So just go back and have a look at it and review the rules. But other than that, just wanted to highlight that to you, just so that you can see how the trade starts to develop, and specifically on a day like today where we have had no particular setups. Alright, let's have a look at what's coming up in the news today. And we have at 2:30 today locally RBA rate statement, so there's no expected rate changes. Let's see what the statement that accompanies that decision says, and that will give us a little bit more direction on our Aussie dollar. Also at 7:30 tonight from the UK, we have manufacturing PMI numbers being released then. As always, guys, please feel free to contact us if you do have any questions. Follow me on Twitter at ChatFX for trade setups and breaking news. Most importantly, hope you all have a fantastic trading day. I'll talk to you tomorrow on the Daily Call. Bye for now.